women must learn to play the game as men do. Hello everyone, welcome to UN College Digital Class, and now you are watching video lecture on women empowerment schemes and constitutional provisions for women empowerment. Countries around the world, including India, emphasizing on women empowerment through different initiatives by government like Me Too program, Times Up program, and initiate these programs to eradicate the problems and to protect the women and to raise the voice against different violences which violences women are faced in their daily life. And empowerment is necessary to break the silence of the silent victims, because of unempowerment women can't raise their voice, and empowerment helps the women to show off and to fight against their rights and to protect themselves through using different provisions and different schemes of the government. And we will discuss on that schemes and on that constitutional provisions. And before going to these schemes and programs, we have to know that what is women empowerment and what are the benefits of the women empowerment and why women empowerment is necessary. First, we will discuss on what is women empowerment. Women's empowerment is the process of empowering women. Empowerment can be defined in many ways. However, when talking about women's empowerment, empowerment means accepting and allowing people, mainly the women, who are on the outside of the decision making process into it. Women's empowerment is the most crucial point to be noted for the overall development of a country. Women empowerment is necessary for all over development of the country, and through women empowerment women can involve themselves with decision making process, because at every time women are out of decision making process, like in family also the head of the family can involve the women of the family in any decision making process about his family. So empowerment helps the women to involve themselves in different activities, and through empowerment women can be fight for their rights, and empowerment can give the women their rights and their equality and give them freedom and dignity also, because we can know the status of the country through seeing the status of the women condition of that country. Empowerment helps the country for their development. Benefits of women empowerment. What are the benefits? Women empowerment raises confidence of women in their ability to lead meaningful and purposeful lives. Women empowerment gives confidence to the women to live a meaningful life and purposeful life, which life they have aim, they have objective, and they have goal to do something and to be a independent woman and independent human being in our society. Next is it eliminates their dependence on others and makes them individuals in their own right. And also women empowerment eradicate the dependent system. Through empowerment women can be independent and can depend on other member of the family or other member of the society. They are able to lead their lives with dignity and freedom, which increase their self-esteem and give them a unique identity. Empowerment always gives unique identity to the woman and give confidence to the woman to do something, through which women can lead their life in a society. Women can fight against different violences, different crime against women. So empowerment is necessary for the improvement of women's society of the country. Next is they are able to gain recognition and form a meaningful contribution to the well-being of society. Women empowerment give a meaningful contribution for welfare and for the development of the society, through which women can gain recognition in a society and women can capable for that recognition also. Next we will discuss on necessity of women's empowerment. Why the women empowerment is necessary in our society. Without women's empowerment, we cannot remove injustice and gender bias and inequalities. If women are not empowered, they are deprived from enjoying security and protection in life. If in our society there is women are not empowered and women empowerment not arises, then we cannot remove, we cannot eradicate gender discrimination, gender inequality and all the crimes against women, which crimes faced in daily life of the women in our society. And without empowerment also, women can't enjoy their life, women can't enjoy their freedom and dignity. Women always living as a dependent person of a family. It also provides them a secure working environment. Empowerment also giving the woman a secure environment to work in a society. Empowerment acts as a powerful tool against exploitation and harassment of women. In our society, women are facing different types of harassment. Means in our society, when some women are facing physically harassed, some are facing sexually harassed and some are facing mentally harassed. So in our society, there is different types of harassment and exploitation women are facing in their daily life. So through empowerment, women can live their life without exploitation and without harassment. They can enjoy their life as like as men. It is a great means to get adequate legal protection for women. Women empowerment can give the women legal protection and providing them legal facilities to lead their life. For a just and progressive society, women need to be provided equal opportunities for work. Through empowerment, women can get equal opportunities as like as men for work outside from the home. Next, we will discuss on women empowerment schemes in India, which is initiated by Ministry of Women and Child Development and also initiated by government. First scheme is Beti Padhao Beti Bachao scheme. Aim of this scheme is to generate awareness and improve the efficiency of welfare services meant for girls. This scheme's aim is to create awareness and to improve the status of women and to improve the lifestyle of the women and providing women these facilities, which programs initiated by government to improve the life of the girl or life of the woman in our society. And it is initiated by government and enacted in 22nd January 2015. Objectives of this scheme is to prevent sex selective abortion, to ensure survival and protection of a girl child and to ensure education of the girl child. This scheme initially funded by government with 100 crores and this is a social campaign aimed at our country to prevent or to eradicate female foeticide from our country, because in our country we had seen news of female foeticide cases in daily basis and high rate of female foeticide arises in our country. So that scheme was enacted to eradicate the female foeticide issues, female foeticide cases from our country and give emphasis on safe girl child and to educate girl child. And also enacted Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. You have seen that there is a logo of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan where there is a pencil and a boy child and a girl child sitting on that pencil. which shows that equal rights of men and women to educate or to get education facilities. Next scheme is one-stop center scheme. Aim of this scheme is to provide support and assistance to women affected by violence both in private and public spaces. Popularly known as SAKHI, which scheme provided one-stop center scheme. When the women are facing violence cases or violence issues, if a woman is facing domestic violence issues or any other violence issues, then the woman can take facilities from one-stop center scheme, which provided 24-hour facilities for protection of women in our country. And this scheme provided one-stop center in different places of our country. Mainly in district headquarters, there is facilities of one-stop center scheme and provided protection to the women. This scheme was launched on 1st April 2015, and objectives of this scheme is to provide integrated support and assistance to women affected by violence both in private and public spaces under one roof. When women are facing any violence issues, then this scheme provided them support and assistance to eradicate the violence issues. Next is to facilitate immediate emergency and non-emergency access to a range of services, including medical, legal, psychological and counseling support to fight against any forms of violence against women. When a woman facing any violence, then this scheme facilitate immediate emergency care and legal and medical facilities, and also psychological and counseling support to fight against that violence, and also providing shelter and video conferencing facilities for that woman. And there is a toll-free number which is 181. When a woman is facing any violence, then the woman can dial 181, through which a woman can contact with one-stop center workers to get protection against violence. Next scheme is Women Helpline Scheme. Aim of this scheme is Scheme for Universalization of Women Helpline is meant to provide 24 hours immediate and emergency response to women affected by violence. If a woman affected by any violence issues, then under this scheme, government provided 24 hours immediate and emergency response services. And this scheme was launched on 1st April 2015 also. And objectives of this scheme is to provide toll-free 24 hours telecom services to women affected by violence seeking support and information. This scheme provided a toll-free number and provided 24-hour telecom services. These women were affected by violence and giving them support and information about different provisions and different facilities of government which are provided to the violence affected women. And next is to help crisis and non-crisis intervention through referral to the appropriate agencies such as police, hospitals, ambulance services, district legal service and authority protection officer, and also help the women to refer them to contact with any authority protection officer or to contact with hospitals and police and getting ambulance services, and also to contact with district legal service to eradicate or to protect herself. To provide information about the appropriate support services, government schemes available to the women affected by violence. And this scheme also provided information about different schemes of the government and different constitutional provisions of government and about different programs enacted by the government for empowerment of the women and for protection of the women against any violences and against any crime which are faced by women in our society. Next scheme is Working Women's Hostel. There is hostel facilities for working women, and aim of this scheme envisages provision of safe and affordable hostel for women. This scheme provided hostel which is affordable and safe for working women. The main objective of the scheme is to promote availability of safe and conveniently located accommodation for working women with daycare facility for their children wherever possible in urban, semi-urban or even rural areas where employment opportunity for women exist. The main objective of the scheme is providing daycare facilities for children of the working women, because there is a problem of working women is to take care of their children. They have to need of others' support, others' help to care of their children. So, under this scheme, there is facilities of daycare for the children of the working women to protect and to give care to their children, through which women can empowered and women can independent and can go outside for work and income money and can be independent, and through which women can get opportunity for employment. And this scheme provided in urban areas, semi-urban areas and also in rural areas where employment facilities for women is available. Support to training and employment program, which is short form STEP for women. Aim of this scheme is to make a significant impact on women by upgrading skills. The target group includes the marginalized asset, less rural women and urban poor. This also includes wage laborers, unpaid daily workers, women-headed households and families below poverty line. There is training and upgrading skill facilities for women through which women can get income sources and women can be independent with services provided under this scheme. And this scheme includes wage laborers and unpaid laborers, and also providing different vocational training to them for getting knowledge and skill on different activities. To mobilize women in small viable groups and make facilities available through training and access to credits, and also mobilize the women and divided in different viable groups and providing them facilities on different types of training and through which they can get credits. Next is to provide training for skill upgrading and provide training through which women can be skilled and women can enhance their skill to enable groups of women to take up employment income generation programs, and also initiated different programs which is providing the women employment income generation, through which women can be employed and can income money for survive their life. To provide support for further improving training and employment condition of women, and to enhance the employment condition, employment status of the women, and to improve the women's lifestyle and support the women to provide these facilities through which women can be independent. Next scheme is Sodhar Griha scheme. Under this scheme, the aim of this scheme is to provide temporary accommodation, maintenance and rehabilitative services to women and girls rendered homeless due to family discord, crime, violence, mental stress, social ostracism. And another scheme with similar objective is Short Stay Home, which is SSH. Under this scheme, there is shelter facilities, and also there is rehabilitative services for women and for girls who are destitute, who are facing any issues in our society and due to any crime and other problems. There is shelter facilities for them, those who are homeless and those who have no home to stay safely and securely, and rehabilitate them. And there is another scheme which is short stay home, and this scheme also facilitates the women and providing the women shelter facilities but for short time period. This scheme was launched in 2001 but revamped in 2002. And objective of this scheme is to cater to the primary need of shelter, food, clothing, medical treatment and care of the women in distress and who are without any social and economic support. This scheme provided shelter facilities, food, clothing and medical treatments also, and also providing care for the women who are staying in distress and who are homeless and who are destitute, and providing them support economically and socially to enable them to regain their emotional strength that is affected due to their encounter with unfortunate circumstances. Also, capable the women to regain their emotional strength means to develop their emotional strength and also motivate them to live a new life and to restart her life, to provide them with legal aid and guidance to take steps for their readjustment in family or society, to rehabilitate them economically and emotionally. And this scheme also provide the women legal facilities and guidance and motivate to step forward for readjustment in family or readjustment in society, and also rehabilitate them economically and emotionally because they are homeless and they are destitute. So there is a role of Sodhar Gruha is to providing them shelter facilities permanently or to rehabilitate them to their home and to society, to enable them to start their life as fresh with dignity and conviction, and also aware them, motivate them to start a life with a fresh mind and with dignity and freedom and also with conviction. Women are real architects of the society. So women empowerment is necessary in our society, and in this class we had discussed on women empowerment and different benefits of women empowerment and why the women empowerment is necessary, and also discussed on different schemes of the women empowerment which will help us to protect our life and to raise voice against women and to break the silence of silent victims. We will continue this in our further class. Keep watching. Thank you.